on this. Okay, so let me first of all tell you which questions we are doing today. So from this, you can see this hard questions. Do you have that link which has all the questions compiled at one place?
Can you
That
send it again, sir?
let me send it to you once again. Just give me 1 second. There we go. Wait, I picked up already. Copied it. Yeah, just click on the link. You'll see everything there. But I just want you to click on the link. You can ignore the rest of the information there. Okay, click on the link, please, and open this file, English Hard 289 without answers. Do you see that? Let me share the screen.
Yes, sir, I see it.
Okay, there we go.
We already did like the first
You already
25,
did
I think.
from this one, the hard questions.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great. So let us start from 30th. We did. Do you see? Okay, if I ask you to go to question 11, can you read question 11 and see whether you have done it?
Yeah.
Hmm, you've done that? Okay, so let's go to 30th in that case. Where's page 30? Have you done this?
No, sir.
Hmm?
No, sir. I have not done it.
No? Okay, okay. So let's start from question 30 here and let's see how to answer this question. Whenever you do these questions, people say you have to read fast, read fast. I say read less. Even if you read at the normal pace, but if you read less, you end up understanding better and answering the questions correctly, isn't it? So, so how do you read less? You can read less by figuring out what is most important, right? How do you figure out what is most important? By reading this part first. Tells
The
you what
question.
to focus on. Yeah, the question. It says which finding about da da da, if true, would most directly support this guy's claim. So, what is most
Uh,
important to
but
understand?
probably
What is he trying to claim? Let's see.
probably C.
Oh, you already got the answer? That was too fast. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. So, what is his claim? The claim is that concept of world music homogenizes highly distinct traditions by reducing them all to a single category. So this is what he's saying. Homogenizes highly distinct traditions by reducing them to a single category. Let's see. I don't want to read any of other things. Let me just see. Homogenizes highly distinct traditions means makes them one under single category. The ones which are very distinct. You say C is the answer. Why? Are now performed by a diversity of musicians with no direct connection to da da da. Okay, so let's keep C. Let us go through each of them. M and Khan, who develop independently of each other and have little common musically. Now, what is this M and Khan? I don't know. So I need to read the story, which means a little bit because this M and Khan is confusing me. So let me see. These musicians and journalists of English-speaking world began to draw attention to music from around the globe, such as and M is from South Africa and Khan from Vietnam. Okay, so these two guys. They that can't be easily categorized according to British North American popular genre, typically referring to such music as world music. So they are calling it as world music, whichever is not understood by them or they are not able to categorize, they call it as world music. And then it says, while some scholars have welcomed this development for bringing diverse musical forms to prominence in countries where they would previously been overlooked, musicologist, this guy claims that the concept of world music homogenizes. So some people are happy. Can you see this? So read the tone. While some scholars have welcomed means some people are happy. Scholars are happy that, oh, okay, at least you are able to accommodate the world music. But then this guy, musicologist, someone says, no, no. So this is important. What is important, Aditya? Not just the
Uh,
words, but the tone of it,
yeah.
isn't it? The tone says this guy is happy, which means the other guy is not happy. Yeah, if there are two different groups. Scholars are happy, but our friend Su Zheng, whatever the name, he claims that the concept of world music homogenizes highly. So he is not happy. He's kind of, I mean, it looks like he's complaining. So whom do we want to support? We want to support this Zheng guy who says it is homogenizing highly distinct traditions. So I need to have evidence for this, that it is highly distinct. Who developed independently of each other. This seems to be quite good a choice because highly distinct, little in common musically. This looks like a good choice. I would not ignore it. This is significantly more popular. Doesn't make sense. It's not about who is more popular. This and this are now performed by diverse array of musicians with no direct connections. So it is performed by musicians. Does it? I mean, is it really important? And it does it support this guy's claim? He's saying that look, these things are so different, you cannot categorize them in one category. So I want to select an option which looks like a complaint. You get this? From that perspective, okay, let's look at D also. M and Q, who are highly distinct from British and Northern popular music genres, but similar to each other. Not at all. They are not similar to each other. Yeah, I don't have any clue about it. I go with A. What do you say, Aditya, now? Or let's look at C, A and C both. What do you say?
Wait, a, but he's saying that world music homogenizes highly distinct tradition by reducing them all to a single category. He says
Hmm.
reducing them all to a single category.
Yeah,
So C says that they're not formed by a diverse array, so one category basically.
okay. Now performed by diverse array of musicians with no direct connections to South African diseases. Okay, and A says these two are developed independently of each other and have little in common musically. Do you see some kind of connection between scholars? I mean, there are two opposite parties. Scholars are saying, yeah, it is good. Su Zhang is saying, oh, it is bad. He's complaining. Homogenizes, makes all things like similar, look similar. Homogenizes means that, right? Highly distinct traditions by reducing them to a single category. Develop independently of each other and have little in common. But now you're saying they are common. Now they are played or performed by diverse. See, So, Aditya, now the question is this question related to classification or related to how many people are able to play it?
Classification.
Yeah. The C tells about how many people are now able to play it. Is it even talking about classification? It says now it is performed by so many people,
Oh, okay, okay. I get it now.
but it doesn't say that, oh, he's. The question is all about classifying. So he says that everything which is out of scope is now called as world music.
Got it, got it.
So from that perspective, A looks like a good choice. Do you say C A now?
Yeah, it's a.
So that's how. So you have to focus on what the question is really asking you, and something which is in scope and something which is out of scope, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what. Okay, let's go to the next one now. I want you to read the question, tell me what is the story and what is the answer. But then first, tell me what is the most important information there in the story. If you want, you can also read the options and tell me which option is correct according to you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
D.
B as in boy,
No, D as in dog.
D as in dog. Yeah, you got it. Congratulations to you. Control group. Why? Because these guys are saying they're comparing the participants in an election with the ones who win it. Now, we don't know who of them are going to win. So, what kind of comparison can we draw? That is not really clear. And that's what D pretty much tells. You got it. Congratulations. Let's go to the next one.
D.
D as in dog.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Congratulations. That is correct. So he says that people should not be emotionally involved in the play and they should think intellectually. And then he gives an example of a play of that genre. So we just have to paraphrase that information that this play is good because it makes people think dispassionately about it. That is good logic. Congratulations to you. Okay, let's do this one. Wait, wait, oh, good. These questions definitely require quite a lot of focus. You have to figure out what is most important.
D.
Again, G, that is correct. And congratulations, this is good. So if you look at this whole question, which word is most important here
In the question?
in the question, like this part?
Oh, okay.
The word, according to me, which is most important is this, because everything changes from here, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
The rest of the information is on one side, and the thing after but is on the other side. So if we are aware of and if we are conscious of figuring out these signal words, we can actually figure out the right answer very easily, isn't it? Because everything
Yes,
which
sir.
is said before but is going, let's say, north, and the one which is said after but is going in south, right? So there is a complete U-turn there. It says the prevailing contextual fit over the linguistic evidence of an 8th or 7th century composition requires a level of justification that thus far has not been presented. So he has not properly given all the evidence. Whatever he's saying is a little loose from the perspective of strong justification or evidence, isn't it? And you got it right.
Yeah.
As being plausible, advocates of the claim have not compellingly addressed, right, requires a level of justification which means they have not compellingly addressed the evidence, which means, yeah. So the tone also matches, and by matching the tone, you can get the answer. Very good. Let's move on to the next one. So here we have got some data. It's a database question, quite a lot of numbers there. So we have to figure out what is most important and find the right answer.
A.
Yeah, how do you get A?
There was so in 1950, from 1900 to 1950, manufacturing increased by four on U and in the U.S. it also increased by four, but for agriculture it actually decreased way more in U.S.
Yeah, yeah. So agriculture, 1900 and 1950. So basically what we are trying to prove is that the rate is different in both the countries. Like agriculture is falling, so agriculture is moving from. So first of all, how to understand this data? So if you read it quickly, there is France, France, France. There is US, US, US. Three columns for France, three columns for US. Probably some kind of comparison is going on between France and US. And it is with regard to agriculture, manufacturing, and services here. Agriculture, manufacturing, and services. Agriculture, manufacturing, services. Okay. So that's how you read it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then, in order to figure out what you're searching for, look at the last line. This transition happened at very different rates. So they are talking about some transition here. What transition? We don't know. So you can read from here. They say that agriculture is falling, but manufacturing and services industries are increasing. Here also agriculture is falling, but manufacturing and service is increasing. So identifying these patterns as said in the question. But they are saying that, however, so again, this is the key word here. Most important word in the question here is this, however, because here the question is framed. Transition happened at different rates. And how can you see that it is at different rate? You can see consecutive years. From 1900 to 1950, this thing went from 43 to 32, whereas here it is 41 to 14, which is like very steep, right? Similarly, this became 29 to 33, 28 to 33. They are comparable. But the last one again, 28 to 35, here it became 31 to 53, almost 20 more. So that's the answer. You got it. Congratulations. Okay, let's do this one now.
C.
Hmm? B or C?
C.
C. The cerebellum has primarily been thought. What exactly are we doing? Which choice best states the main idea? Yeah. So the main idea is that we think that it was for motor functioning, but recent developments show that uh, have been there are additional features also. Which means the most important thing here again is this main idea, which means you're not supporting anything or you're not opposing anything. You just want to get the main idea. So the main idea is that cerebellum, which was supposed to function only in certain fields, is now found to have more functions. That's it. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's go to the next one.
A.
Yeah, that is correct. So we are saying that kettles were raised near human beings. That's the story, right? Raj, yeah, and we want to prove it that kettles were raised near human beings. So we can see that, or we can say that when their bones are analyzed and it is found that they carry the same food items which humans eat. Yeah, yeah, that's good. You got it. Okay, let's go to the next one.
C.
Yeah, that is good. Were you struggling between A and C?
Yes, sir. Just a little.
Yeah, okay, yeah. A and C look similar, but C is the right answer. They say that Chinese are not interested in a marketplace, some place, some Maya civilization, and they're saying that marketplace was not. So now these historians who are saying that marketplace was not required are actually incorrect with what they say. They have not understood the ecology properly. And what is their assumption? Their assumption is that all these people from the Maya civilization probably didn't want anything new, which is a wrong assumption. You were supposed to figure out that assumption, and you got it right. This question definitely was one which was not very easy because it is asking you to identify the assumption, which is not very clearly stated, which means you have to kind of think on your own. Although there is a bit of clue there, but yes, this required a bit of understanding the nuances. And you did well. Congratulations. Let's move on to the next one.
B for boy.
Okay, how B is the answer?
Can you repeat that, sir?
How B is the answer?
Because none of the answers worked. C was talking about how it changed over time, but we just want to know that there's no evidence to confirm that dog breeds all every species every single dog from in a dog breed has the same behavior.
Yeah. So we are looking for the main idea. We don't want to support or reject anything. We simply want to restate the whole thing in our own words. There's some research done on dogs, and the last part of the research, the conclusion of it says that while physical traits are predictably heritable among these dogs, behaviors vary widely among the dogs of the same breed. So this dog breeding may not give you the qualities which you are looking for because one particular breed within that particular species also varies a lot. So one Alsatian can be very aggressive, other Alsatian less aggressive. So you cannot be sure of the qualities there. And this aspect is not fully presented.
Yeah.
So research fails to confirm a commonly held belief. What is the commonly held belief?
That all dogs of a breed have the same behavior.
Yeah. So fails to confirm that uh, they have the same behavior. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one.
Uh, B.
So what's the story? Can you please tell me what's the story?
So the story is about basalt. Well, I mean, it's just that scientists used to think that it was simple and it was only made of basalt, but now new evidence shows that it was actually there's actually also silica in this crust, meaning that it was probably formed from in a different way than what scientists think.
So your answer is B, right?
Yes, sir.
High silica concentrations on Mars likely formed from a different process than that which formed the crust of other planets.
No, actually, I think it's D for dog.
Okay, so you want to change it to D?
Yeah,
Why do you want to now
because
throw B?
B is other planets,
Yeah,
and then D is it just gives other ways that it could have formed on Mars specifically.
yeah, that's right. So the scope of the question is Mars alone, and we don't want to take any other planet into consideration. So that is why B is a little out of scope. We are not even concerned about we are not even concerned about other planets there. So that's why D is within scope, whereas B is out of scope. Yeah,
Yes, out
you
of
got
scope.
it. Congratulations. So this is important. Four things: scope, tone, organization, purpose. So whenever you analyze a question, look for four things: scope, tone, organization, and purpose. So if something is out of scope, it can be thrown out. Good. Let's go to the next one. And you are doing good. This is fantastic. All this practice that you have been doing has helped you to get to the answer quickly. This is awesome. Okay, let's go to this one now and let's figure out how to find the answer for this.
D for dog.
Okay, first evidence by this extended outside. So how do you figure it is D?
Um,
What is the keyword there in the question statement or the premise that makes you think D is the right one?
so it just says the only evidence we have pertaining to the extinct family comes from four species living on the paleocon of Laurasia. So introducing new evidence about the paleocon of Gondwana would actually support the idea that the family would give more evidence to the fact that the family did exist. And so that's why the discovery of it on a new continent is actually significant.
Wow, that's fantastic. Very good. You got it. So identifying the central conflict or the central idea is so very important to answer these questions. So basically, they are saying that, oh, this particular uh, animal existed only at a place called as this Sea of Hell. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Paleocontinent of Laurisia, whatever it is. So this thing was present only at this place. And further, they say that uh, understanding of geographical distribution expands the understanding of geographical distribution. So they found something that, oh, this thing was not just present at this place, expanded the understanding of geographical distribution. So this species got found at some other place also, and they've given the name of that other place also, which is this. Yeah. And that's what you
Yeah,
explained, right?
got it.
That this particular species was not just at one place, it was at some other place also. It was not just Laurasia, it was also at Gondwana, whatever the pronunciation of it. And that's what we kind of start thinking about the words, but we have to get the basic idea. And you are doing excellent there, Aditya. D is the right one. You got it. Because that is the only one which says that existed outside of whatever village of Laurasia is. Laurasia. Wow, what a
Yeah.
word.
Okay,
Okay,
let's do the next question.
let's go next one. Yeah.
Uh, D for dog.
Shapes consistent with monumental platforms and dense central settlements linked to smaller settlements by a system of canals and roadways. So, what do we want to prove?
Um, we want to see if there's evidence pertaining to urbanism in the Amazon basin for the Kasar Kasarabe culture.
Yeah. So, urbanism means large cities and they are connected to small cities and those kind of that kind of infrastructure which enables sustenance of a large area. Is that what your basis of conclusion is or selection of D?
Yeah, I mean, D gives examples about how there were central settlements and then suburban settlements that were linked with canals and roadways. I think the answer is just too perfect.
Yeah, you got it. And none other tells that. So we want to prove
Yeah.
that this place was urbanized and it was like a modern culture where, or modern civilization where there are cities, where there are central locations, and from the central location, various facilities are given like water and stuff like that. So yeah, you got it. That makes a lot of sense. Yes. And this is important. Reading the question and answering it quickly, figuring out what's going on. That's very good.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. The last one. So we did pretty much how many questions? 42. We started with 31 or 30. So some 13 questions.
A.
Yeah, that is correct. So the bright corals are the ones which are uh, trying to attract algae because there was some unfavorable environmental condition which killed all the algae. So now they want new algae, and that's why they are bright in color to attract them. That's what the story is. That with algae it is bronze, without algae it is bright, and that's why. So great, Aditya. This shows good analysis. Are you into reading books? Were you reading some stories and stuff earlier, like fiction or non-fiction or romance?
Um,
Were you into reading novels?
I mean, yeah, I do like reading novels. I'm not reading novels right now though.
But you used
But
to read them earlier.
yeah.
On an average, how many novels would you have read by now?
Uh,
If you were to give a random number to it.
like 200 to 300 maybe
Huh?
in my life.
200 to in your life, 200 to 300 novels?
Yeah, I mean, I used to read a lot of books.
Are you kidding me or that's serious?
No, it's around that much.
200 to 300 novels you started reading from the age, which age?
Like 6 or 7.
6 or 7, and now you are,
Wait, if they're just novels, then it might be like 100, 50 to 100.
but still 50 to 100 is also a big number. And yeah, so I think that contributes a great deal to your quick reading, analyzing, and understanding the question. So that is great. Congratulations to you. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it up.
Okay, got
So
it.
yeah, we'll
Thanks,
meet in the
sir.
next class and we'll take it forward. You're doing great. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.